This video is sponsored by the Design Mechanism, the makers of Mythras. Mythras is a registered trademark of the Design Mechanism Inc., used with permission. All rights reserved.
Then don't.
You're live
maybe
now.
English people will get that.
You are live now. We are live now. So if that was rude,
I didn't get it.
No,
So
it's
that's
not.
fine.
It's not rude. It's when people Welsh on bets, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Welsh, gotcha.
Oh,
The
I
other
thought you were
alternative
making
is
fun of the
if it's
Welsh.
an Apple caramel, then maybe you just need to buy a new one every 6 months when they update it.
we are here, everyone. We are here. I'm just moving people into their correct places, and then I'll need to do it again in a second when we go to the small screen with everything on. But welcome in, everyone. This is part 5 of the current Mythras fantasy role-playing game campaign. It's in the Odes campaign, and the players are working through an adventure called The Rise of the Spirits, and we're up to part 5. At the end of part 4, they finished a very long and difficult battle. There was lots going on. So rather quickly, everyone, we'll give you an opportunity to say who you are and who you're playing, and then we'll get straight on and see who's still up and about. So Mr. Pickles, we'll start with you. Go.
Yes. I am Mr. Pickles. I'm playing Bartleby Fumus, who is our team's theist, who specializes in healing and buffing the team. He's not really a fighter. He has a defensive fighting style with his staff. He has lots of knowledge, and I will pass it on to Captain Kangaroo.
I'm Captain Kangaroo. I'm playing Cyrus Alias. Cyrus Alias is quite quite aggressive and fiery temper, but has a short inseam. I'm going to pass the mic to Medevac.
Hello, everybody. I'm Medevac, and I play Hajru Khan. He's a nomad from the steppes. I'll pass on to TDJX.
Okay. I play the shaman who specializes in spirits, luckily for this adventure. However, he's still learning, so he's not necessarily a specialist or an expert by any means. But he does have an arsenal of spirits that he can call on for combat, which we've seen come in fairly clutch at times to really save the party, which has been very interesting. And with that, I'll pass on to Fish.
I'm Fishy, and I am playing Merrick, a young duelist from a distant, far-off land who is impressively still alive after 4 sessions of playing this. So, yeah. It's a lesson he's learning right now, but unfortunately I couldn't justify having learned it before his first adventure. All right, back to Winwells.
Like Dark Souls?
That's a blast from the
Or
past.
Caldwell from Elder Scrolls?
Yep.
As a helmet.
Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, dead person.
Right, yes, yeah. Oh, yes, yes.
You're just standing on the corpses of your fallen foes.
Because that's how I roll.
Hang on, because they can't hear me. Why can't they hear me? I think they can hear me now, but not beforehand.
All sorts of technical issues today.
Yeah. Honestly, my my sound has been going absolutely stupid today. I don't know what's wrong with it. Now they're
Was it
all,
having a problem earlier on stream?
it happened right from the beginning, and my sound was started off the stream out of sync with my mouth, and then we had crackle and disturbances on the sound for a huge amount of time, and then I had to close things down. Oh, it was a nightmare. It was an utter nightmare. So
It's been an update.
no, not that. It looked like it almost like felt as if Windows has reset all my audio drivers.
It does do that
It
randomly.
does that a lot.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Thank you, Gates.
No, it does do that. Trust me. Yeah, I had a problem with that big stuff.
Yeah. So
And then it messes with your Discord, and it's like,
yeah. Well, yes,
Most of the
exactly.
streamers I know have got into the habit of checking whether Windows has changed their settings before they
And-
start.
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I do now. Yeah.
Well, what it's done is that it's affected OBS because it removed this mic. So I go into some scenes and the mic's no longer there. It's just gone.
It's 000C.
Yeah.
It's under the mic. Yeah.
Just before I do a quick synopsis. As you know, this adventure, all the adventures go up to YouTube, and every time I upload something to YouTube, they copyright against the introduction song, the intro song that I've paid for. So every time it comes up, I dispute it with my license, and we have to wait 30 days. They never reply to it. So and because I'm partnered with YouTube, I then get all the money that would have gone to them back to me. Does that make sense? Because they're disputing it, but every single time I upload it, they dispute it and then never answer.
You'd think they'd have some sort of a record of it and know not to do it in future, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah. Apparently,
computer program.
It's a computer program, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, which makes it easier because human beings can forget that you've got it.
Oh yeah.
Once it's been marked on the computer program, it should know.
Well, no, the thing is, it goes, oh my God, they've got the same notes as what we've got out here, and they all flag. I had the same thing with a company in Brazil.
Yes.
About yeah.
Well, that's the other thing. Somebody was saying to me that sort of like scammers are claiming that it's their music, so they can get money back. So if I play something that belongs to somebody else, they get a percentage of the revenue that instead of coming to me, it comes to them. You know, so what I think they hope they do is that they put a claim in, the person doesn't dispute it, they just leave it, and consequently they get money in. Okay, welcome to the administration, aka the house that made you crazy. YouTube. Okay then, so let me just quickly recap. You have got one more day before you reach the final central point of the marsh. You're into sort of like farmland and farm building territory now. This is coming, the battle happened in sort of like late afternoon when you found this. There was two what seemed to be ghouls or tribal savages or something that you suddenly realized could not be hit with normal weapons, or they could be hit but not damaged by normal weapons. You managed at the end, we had a bit of reach going on as well, which was very exciting. and you manage to actually defeat them both. I'd like to point out, just to remind you, that they didn't start off in this building that you're fighting them. They started up here around this pile of bones up here. Right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove the monsters. Okay, they're going. If we're probably going to move on. There's nothing else to fight at the moment. So Tarek, I'm assuming your spirit will be
Dispelled.
yeah, put back into his fetish. Merrick, you did have might on, courtesy of Bartleby, I think. That looks like a
That was
yeah.
that was so that I could
And a
get my
healed
sword
leg.
back, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, did you have shield on, Bartleby?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So that will come off as well. And Cyrus, you seem to have a little blood drop on you. I
Yeah,
presume.
I'm trying to remember what happened. I don't know
think
if I got
You got
injured
your
or
arm
bleeding?
cut.
I think it was a bleed.
Yeah.
Like a
I think-
bleed off.
Yeah. So that will naturally. Did you take any hit points of damage, Cyrus?
Well, I have to get my character sheet up.
Might be helpful.
I feel like I did. Yeah, that probably should probably start doing that these days. I know I got hit. I just don't remember how bad it was. Yeah, I got hit my left arm.
And is it above 0?
Yeah, it's 1.
Yeah, a 1. So
1 HP. Yeah.
people with the anybody who has a healing skill or first aid will be able to correct that. So first aid yeah, that's the skill. That's first aid, Hazra.
Sorry, I saw a button and I pushed it. Sorry.
So first aid.
If only I knew someone whose entire purpose was to heal. But
Yeah, and if
Maybe
only
for
you've
someone
been
like that.
like your healing actually does something, because now some people
Yeah.
might not think that your faith is high enough, and they
Well,
might need a
because-
request rather than to just push their faith down your throat as you've
Oh,
been
so
playing.
not not only do you vent on the podcast, you bring it to real life.
Oh,
I'm
So-
afraid you'll need to fill in form 723A to
Yes.
request
Yeah.
healing.
Yeah, are you
Then
asking
there's
for a
there's
tip,
3-day
Bartleby? I'm trying to
turnover for that.
understand what's going on here.
Oh no, I just mean my
Yeah.
prayers probably won't work on you, so we'll have to do this the old-fashioned way with needle and
Do I have to
thread.
get Moon Goddess insurance?
Needle
And
Oh, God.
a rusty spoon.
are you first aiding or healing?
I'll give I do have the professional skill of healing,
Yep.
and I'm very proficient, except I'm not up to date. So let's get down to this. Don't have my local license, so
Oh, nice start. So would you like to roll 1d3?
yes, I would.
Good.
Yeah.
2.
So Cyrus, you get 2
Nice.
points back in your arm, but that will also curb the bleeding. So you're all right. And just to remind you that sorcerers can also heal. They have regenerate that allows them to heal. And I think there's a folk magic. Is there not a folk magic spell for healing?
There is folk.
Yeah.
And do the Phoenix Order get regenerate though?
No, they don't. Only the White Order has access to the healing
Nerds.
spells. They sort of like come around, and as the Red Order are firing fireballs left, right, and center and turning into phoenixes, the Order of the White, the Dragon Order, they come up and heal them and keep them stood up in the battle.
I feel that
Yeah. Why? Right. Okay then. So it's The only thing that, if you remember, it's not completely like it is on the map. Anytime you look at the walls here and it looks like it's got green moss on it, that's actually mildew. And if you remember, it's round the pathways. It's just the top bit of the wall that you can see. However, here, round the houses, there is a lack of water underfoot here at all. There is a pile of bones here that I'm just pinging, and that was where the tribe, let's call them ghouls just for sake of argument at the moment, or nasty beasts. They seem to be hunkered over that when you first saw them. Can I just say that when I stream, I look at my camera, which is up there. When I play D&D, I look at the camera lower. So if it ever looks like I'm looking up, that's why, rather than at people. Hazra, it might be possible to actually have your camp here for the night, since you are coming to the end of your second day.
Well,
so yeah,
If
what would
this seems
people
the
like to do?
driest place, I know there's bones in there, but
Yeah,
if that's the driest place, then possibly in there.
yeah.
We
It's
should
raised up.
investigate it either way.
I
See what they
agree.
were up to.
Yes, those beasts came from the building across there, but it seems quite high up, so maybe it's drier.
Could be their lair.
I'd like to go into a trance just to make sure that there isn't any like spirits lingering around that are left over.
Nice one. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Nice.
There seems to be almost like a disturbance in the force. You notice that you don't actually see specific spirits. There seem to be more souls. They seem to have been ripped out of their bodies, and they're sort of like almost like drifting alone in the spirit world. They appear to be there's a spirit of what appears to be a woman, probably a farmer's wife, who seems to be constantly calling for her two children, Bill and Beth, to come in. And you definitely feel, as you move and look onto the spirit plane, that there's definitely a huge amount of emotion in this area. It's almost as if something really bad has happened here, and a lot of the people's souls or spirits have been ripped out and flung up into the spirit world.
Wow, that's quite the scene.
So optimistic.
I'm going to stealth anyway and go, or stealthy as can move towards this building.
Yeah. Yeah, you can roll your stealth. Yeah, go for it.
Oh my giddy godfathers. And you know what? I will use a point of luck to reverse that.
Reverse it, yeah. So
thank you.
you quietly, you hope. Let me just hang on, because I need to roll something as well, don't I? Because it's an opposed roll. Okay, yeah, you make your way up to what appears to be perhaps not a farmhouse. You think the house that you were fighting in was probably the farmhouse. This, you think, seems to be more like possibly a big barn, or something like that. You notice that it has cobbles on the floor, and you also notice that there's remnants of what appears to be sackcloth scattered around the place. Apart from that, and this group of bones in the middle, That's all you can see from where you are.
I
Is
will.
a sorry, go ahead.
I will look over my shoulder to everybody behind me and say, "It looks like it's empty. There's some bones in the middle of the room. Maybe Bartleby might want to lay them to rest if he can."
Is Cyrus's glaive still a light?
It depends what you want to use it for. Technically, at the end of combat, any spells, etc., would be cancelled. But if you're using it as a source of light, then I don't mind you keeping it for a little bit
Yeah,
longer.
I'm using it as a source of light right now. Yeah, for now I'm using it as a source of light.
Yeah.
I guess Cyrus would move up and mention how it's weird that there wasn't a carpenter in this entire town. So this place is deteriorating fast.
It wasn't a what, sorry?
A carpenter in this entire
A carpenter.
Yeah, because everything's
There's been-
deteriorating. Did that can that get one carpenter for that?
I see what you mean there. I spend my time just thinking, what? Bartleby has called you up to go and inspect the bones.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'll go ahead and go up to inspect the bones, but I don't want to disturb them as much as I can.
Okay.
Just lean into inspect and try and identify, is this one person, 3 people?
Okay then. So roll.
Any notable details? Golden lockets around their neck, you know.
Yeah. Roll your healing skill. I think would be a best one for this. Yeah, nice. Oh, look, direct opposite of your skill.
Yeah, I could spend a luck point to flip it.
Yeah, you could.
I'm not going to, though.
So the first thing you notice as you get closer, Bartleby, is they're not just bones. It seems these bones in places still have flesh and meat and muscle on them. It appears that the 2 ghoul creatures were finishing off some kind of a meal. And you can see that the various bits have been chewed upon and gnawed. You think it was probably post-mortem. There doesn't seem to be a lot of blood here at all. But you're not too sure whether or not it's a man or woman. It's definitely an adult, and it definitely just one group. There's just one body, and that's it.
Is this the thing where to lay to rest I would need a full body, more or less, in a burial situation?
Ooh.
Or am I able to just do this on the spirit connected with the remains?
Is it a Theus spell?
It is. I'll post it right here.
Thank you. I think you can give it a go.
Okay, I will go ahead and spend a point and say, let's see, where is it? Yes, it would be this. Amriel, give me some light. Thanks, Amriel.
That's as close as perfect as you could get it. Yeah. Yeah, so
I'm gonna call on Amriel to bring peace to the spirit.
Yeah, and
lay them to rest.
What does Tarek see when he's looking in the spirit world when this happens?
Yeah, so everything, of course, in the spirit world is completely grey. It's not as if it's multicolored or anything like that. You don't see any spirit round the bones at all. When Bartleby starts to do his ritual over it, you do see what appears to be a mother and come, and the one that was calling for the children earlier on, come and almost like mirror the laying to rest, i.e. she stands over the bones and she sort of like bows her head and puts her hands together, clasps her hands together, and is looking rather forlorn on it all, and she sort of like watches it, but it doesn't seem to have any effect on her at all. It doesn't look like she's been released or anything like that. You, Tarek, you're quite familiar that if spirits are ripped out of bodies, then they can remain on the spirit world for a significant amount of time. There's wandering. You do know that there are ways to lay the spirit to rest, and in that case it sort of like dissipates and is free to move on from the area. It doesn't look like Bartleby's spell has released this female's soul at all.
All right.
Mission accomplished.
Okay then, so
Cool.
is it the plan that you would like to camp in this barn?
I'm hoping the guy behind me gets camp started, because I did my song and dance.
The barn makes the most sense because there's 2 entrances. The rest of it should be pretty covered. So we won't be able to be ambushed necessarily from all sides.
Very true.
And
Good tactics from the battle mage. Well done.
Put another way,
Very-
it's very easy to pin us down because they've only got to cover 2 exits.
But if you
Yeah.
think, is the roof still in this building?
No.
Oh.
We can always go out that way if we need to.
There's no roofs on anything. You think there would either be wooden or thatched.
But we could put a huge piece of tarpaulin across the top.
Yeah.
It would be lumbering through.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's a good place. So like we've got a tent, haven't we?
Yeah, well, and the other thing is Hasra, you think you could probably get a fire going?
Exactly. Well, I was thinking if you could put a cover over to block the light of the fire going up. With the fly thingies that fly around at night.
It's whether or not you've got anything big enough to stretch across the roof of a barn.
Yeah. But no, I think it's an ideal place to camp tonight. Definitely.
I think we shouldn't worry about the fire and just make sure we have it at least burning.
And we're dry.
Yeah.
We're off that bloody water that has been seeping through my robes all day.
Yeah. If anything, I have some swamp feet right now, and I feel like I'd just avoid growing web feet or something. I want that stuff nice and charred, ready to go.
Okay, so would you like to move yourselves into the barn where you are planning to sleep, shall we say? Look, everybody's grabbing the nice spots.
I know.
Pull
Tarek.
Tarek and Bartleby. You can actually go on these art squares, if that makes sense. So somebody can go on this one.
Tarek, get over here. Yeah, get over there. Yeah. Okay. Azra and Tarek are really interesting. He's
okay.
Covering all corners.
So
he's just gonna be pacing all night.
The next thing I need to know, of course, is the fire is being lit, probably not on the body or the remains of the body. You've probably got rations to eat, but you suddenly feel very reassured and almost, with the fire burning, it almost seems that you can forget about the outside. Even now, the walls are shielding you from the peat bog around you, and you are staying relatively dry, and the fire seems to not give off a huge amount of light, which is quite strange, but it does give off the heat that you would assume. And it gets to the point that we would like some orders of watch throughout the night, please. So if you go on your token, go over to a color and then click a button. Don't click the color, just hover over it and type the number on your, I don't know, pop number, just like Bartleby. So Bartleby's going second.
That's not what I'll do. I press wrong button.
If you can't get it to work, I will do it. Just who's going first?
Oh, shall I go first?
Yeah. Okay.
I
Merrick
was
is
Nobody
even
else is
thinking I'd go
volunteering?
either me or someone else, so I could recharge my magic points.
Do
Cyrus.
you want to recharge then watch, or watch then recharge?
Recharge then watch.
Okay. Then, so
Okay.
if you go fourth, then
Okay.
are you recharging and then? Is that what you said? Recharge and then
sleep.
Recharge. You will be asleep. So if
okay. So I got to sleep first.
So
All
you'll go. I'm sorry, Hasra. You'll have to be number 3. Sorry.
You're the middle boy.
Actually, with 5 people, theoretically, then midnight would be more around 3, wouldn't it?
It certainly would.
That would be Bartleby's time. So you want to trade 2 for 3?
2 for
Didn't
3.
Bartleby take defeat not to sleep?
I'm
Is that just a podcast?
That's what
I'm
he
working on
wants.
things.
That's what he wants.
Pulling everything, but yeah, Bartleby gets his best faith on it at midnight. So I would.
Okay, so Merrick,
you.
and then Hasra, then Bartleby, then Tarek, and then bringing up the morning hour, Cyrus.
So Bartleby's number 3 and I'm number 2.
Yeah, you will be number 2, so you'll watch after.
I'm number 2.
You will watch after Eric. Okay, then. So night seems to fall almost like without realizing, if that makes sense, mainly because it's quite dark and dusky all the time with the low-lying clouds. And you eat a rather dry lot of rations. Cyrus, you've still got your bottle of wine that you're slowly making your way through, trying to decide whether or not you're going to make it last or just swig it all in one fair swoop. And
Is nobody cooking any of these ribs that are over here in the pile?
Yeah, please. Somebody please. And you sort of like start to get what appears to be very fitful sleep. Nobody sleeps completely well, but you do manage to have a rest to gain magic points back. Okay, and then Bartleby, you'll gain your magic points back, but then have to fuel your devotion pool. Yes, but I need people to make me a roll as we go through. So because of the general state of the place and the environment where you're in and the weather, in order to make sure that you get off asleep, it is important that you make for me, please, a willpower check. So it's just a normal 1D. Well, it'll just be like for you, you could just find your willpower and click it.
Ooh.
Who fumbled it?
Hasra.
Merrick nearly gets a crit.
Crit.
Yeah. Critical sleeps anywhere.
Yeah. Okay, let me just see. So Bartleby,
A train goes by and he doesn't move.
yeah. So Tarek, you got a 47. Bartleby, you got a 39. Hazri, you fumble rumbled. Merrick got an 8. And Cyrus with his whopping. Have you got the highest willpower? No, Tarek has. Yeah. Okay then.
Plus,
So something's going to happen, and I'm going to almost like take over your characters for a moment. Okay, so I'll tell you what you see as things become more and more apparent. So Merrick, you got a but your first watch, and you got an 8. Okay, then here's my roll. Okay, then. Hazra, you wake up, okay, and you can't see Merrick. Merrick is no longer in the place at all. You can see his blanket that he might have had wrapped around him. That is just out on the floor. You also see his sword that is scabbard and resting near his crumple blanket. Make sure you got Discord open, people, because I will send you messages.
Well, notes in this, Azra will be startled and awake and say, people, Merrick is gone. He's not here. His blanket is empty. He did not say he was doing night waters. Wake. Everybody wake.
what?
Merrick is
Maybe
gone.
he's pissing. Maybe he's pissing somewhere. I don't know.
But
I love
he's
that.
just gone.
Give me-
No, he's not making
Give me a
that.
few more hours. Oh, goddamn.
He's not
Fine,
taking,
fine.
No. He's left his sword there.
What?
He would not go without taking his sword with him. That
I don't
thing is
know. Maybe he
part
has
of him.
maybe he really had to go and forgot the sword. Okay, fine. I'll get up. Fine.
I did not see
I don't
him
want to sleep
dive into a
anyways.
bush.
Okay. Hey, okay. I'll check over here. You wake Bartleby up. God darn it. All right.
But Bartleby's got the next watch anyway, so I will wake him in.
I'm already awake. I just wasn't making
Oh,
noise.
Oh, you are?
Everyone seems to be awake now, but Merrick definitely is not there.
Derek, are you
I'll
awake?
do.
Yeah, I'm awake.
I'll
Just
do.
I'm not much of a tracker. I could see if I could see his soul, but it should still be attached, hopefully.
Yeah.
I will try to see he was out here in this corner here, wasn't he?
He was sleeping right next to Bartleby.
Fantastic. In which case, I'd like to use my tracking to see where he went.
Okay, then.
Hopefully.
Just so I know what everybody else is doing. Cyrus, you seem to be guarding an entrance. Is that your plan there?
I'm actually going to use perception to look out, look around.
Got you. To see
See if I see anything.
Yeah. Okay, then. Bartleby and Tarek, what would you like to do?
I was gonna offer thoughts and prayers, but I guess I'll go over here and look out this direction as well.
Okay, then. Thank you,
Very,
Cyrus.
very good political move there.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
I'll call upon my raven spirit to help me with my perception. Maybe I can see something that the
Okay,
others can't.
Yeah. So roll your binding skill.
I'll make sure to use my ears just because I hear any sound.
Yes. So your does your perception roll increase? Oh, it becomes easy, doesn't it? That's what it does.
Yeah, it's like a difficulty easier,
Yeah.
I think.
Where would you like to go? Because you're in the barn at the moment.
I guess I'll step out in front of Bartleby and just kind of look out this way since Cyrus
Okay.
is looking the other way.
So if you remember when Tarek summons his eagle spirit, it actually flies down in like a bit like the bird in Redfall, if you ever played Redfall with a sniper, and it sort of like comes down behind him and then it sort of like zones into him, and you notice that he gets almost like that hooked beak look for a moment, and there's a slight screech of an owl, and his eyes become like predator's eyes. Okay, then Cyrus, you got a 42. Tarek and Bartleby, if I can have your perceptions first, and then we'll have your track, Hazra.
Ouch.
Okay, then. So, Tarek, even with your hawk spirit, your eagle spirit, you don't see anything. You're not really surprised about this. This is it's not really your cup of tea, or it's not
Forte,
really
yeah.
your skill. Bartleby, you get a 68, unless, either of you two can use a point of luck, of course.
No.
This isn't really my area of
Yeah,
skill.
I'm gonna do the same.
Okay, and Cyrus, you got 42. You're looking out to the north and can't see anything at all. You also notice, Cyrus, that you can't hear night terrors either. Just on a side note at this point, Hazra, would you like to roll your tracking? Oh,
Indeed.
It looks like size 11. Going northeast.
You notice just by it looks like one of the bones next to Bartleby has been moved slightly, and you notice there's some kind of disturbance out here. It looks like Merrick left by the southern entrance and heading south. You can start to pursue if you wish.
Indeed, I will follow. I will tell my friends. I say he looks like he went south. Look, you see the disturbance of this bone here, the way it's nudged forward, and he's gone through this southern door here.
Is
And
that
then,
away from where we're going? Right? We're heading north, right?
Yes,
it is. It is
is.
away. Why? I don't know, but we cannot leave him behind.
Guys, I think you're freaking out. Maybe he's just an embarrassed pooper. Just, maybe he'll come back.
Some confidence
Cyrus,
issues.
if it was you, I would come for you as well. We do not
Even
leave a
if you
man
were-
behind.
That's because I've pooped in front of you many times, even when I didn't have to.
That's very true.
Yes. So, Hazra, whereabouts are you heading off?
I'll be following the tracks, and if they're heading south, I will head south. for the
Okay.
tracks.
They don't head south for all that long, but you actually notice that the tracks veer off to the east, and as you get to sort of like this part, you find Merrick. Merrick is here. However,
Merrick,
he's sort of like he's got the back up against the wall, and he's all curled up, almost like in a fetal position, and he seems to be shaking and
Merrick,
almost
Merrick,
like crying and weeping.
what is wrong, my friend?
Get
What is
away! Get
wrong?
away! Get away!
No, there's nothing here. Trust me. It's me, Hazra. It's Hazra.
That's what.
Yes, Hazra. Just calm down, my friend.
Where is it?
About what? You're here alone. There's nothing else here.
There was something out there.
No. We've been looking for you.
Something
There's
unnatural,
nothing.
unworldly.
Well,
Like one of Tarek's things.
no. If there was, Tarek would have noticed it, surely.
Well, he was asleep, how would he?
But true, but no, you are fine. Come back, please, to the fire. It's safe there. We're all there. We're worried about you.
You sure
come
it's
back.
not there?
There's nothing there. If there was, Tarek, who's now awake, would have seen it.
Merrick, can you please roll your willpower? You need to succeed with a hard roll. Okay, you
well, that did.
You
Oh,
hang on a minute. I'm just typing something to Captain. Okay, check your Discord, Captain. Yeah, you seem to be able to. Hazra's calming, soothing words seem to dissipate your fear somewhat, and you seem to be happier to return to the thing.
It will remain on edge, but it will follow them back.
Cyrus.
hey, do you guys hear that?
I've been awesome influence, so you can come
Yeah,
in now.
nice. Cyrus, go for it.
Hey guys, you guys hear that? Sounds like some off-key singing. You guys hear that? Anyone? Hello, guys.
No.
Cyrus, how much wine have you had tonight?
Well, obviously not enough. But you guys don't hear that?
I'll go into a trance and see if I can see if some of the spirits are bugging us.
Okay.
Something wrong with this place.
Roll your trance roll. How long does it
Oh,
take
wrong
you?
one.
How long does it take you to go into your trance?
I would imagine just like a couple minutes.
No, it's actually specific. It's
Specific?
Yeah, according to your rank. Your what rank you are. So what are you?
I'm a shaman, I think, like that level.
Shaman, yeah. So it takes you one round. So it takes you 5 minutes to switch your senses.
Lens.
Yeah, it takes you 1 minute to converse with spirits, and it takes you 1 hour to project yourself onto the spirit plane. Right. So we've got lots of things happening at the same time here. Cyrus, can you roll for me your willpower?
Oh no. Will I mess up? Will I cry like a little dandy? No, I will not.
Okay. You, Balterby, as you're sort of like watching in a couple of directions, you suddenly hear Cyrus muttering slightly to himself, and then he seems to let out quite a terrifying yell and comes barging past you. And Tarek, you see him running past as well, as he seems to be heading southwards. But Hazra, you see him now. He seems to have dropped anything that he had and appears to be running in fear of something.
Can I cast a spell?
Yeah, on him.
No,
would
on
be
myself here. He doesn't believe in magic.
Oh, I know
so
what you're going to do, Mister.
I do. I know what he's going to do too.
Wait, what am I going to do? Is it a better idea
Spirit
than what
shield.
Okay, yeah, you knew what I was talking about then. Yeah. I'm gonna put up a little protection, see if I can't get some clear eyes towards what's going on.
Okay.
Money.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Could you make a willpower check for me, please?
Not successfully, but yeah. Psych.
Ooh.
Okay, so these have been opposed rolls up to this point. So even though you succeeded, Cyrus, because my roll was higher, I won.
Yeah.
However, with Bartleby, that is not the case, because even with my 38, he gets a crit. Okay, so you managed to withstand the fear effect, and for the first time, if I can find him, here he is,
And Bartleby drops the bone.
you see what people have been running from. It definitely looks like some ghostly spirit.
It's a librarian from the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it is. Bartleby's
Awesome.
about to be, what is it? What happens when they get
Yeah.
green stuff all over them?
Slimed.
Slimed, yeah.
Slimed,
I should
yes.
have known that. It wasn't difficult, wasn't it?
Really?
I kept having the word glooped in my mind. So, yeah, Bartleby's going to get glooped. Yes, Bartleby,
Uh-oh.
you can see it. It seems to be a you guess it's taken on the form of some kind of a farmer, and it's sort of like, it doesn't look friendly at all. And Bartleby, you have quick flashbacks to a place near a river when you were checking out a farm once before.
Yeah, I woke up with a sore stomach.
Yeah, and you have a quick flashback to those awful dreams that you had, and this ghostly farmer does not look pleased. To put it another way, it definitely looks like he's out for revenge, if anything else. Right, don't move or
Revenge.
do or roll anything yet. Okay, now can you click your characters and roll your initiative, please? Nice. Ooh, all the 15s. Come on. Oh, Merrick, you let us down there. You let
I'm
Hazard
sorry.
goes first before me.
It's a lingering effects with the fear. That's what it is.
So let me just do this.
Cyrus, battle leader, goes first.
He doesn't actually,
That's
because
right.
he's running away. It just means he can run a little bit further.
He can run right at the top of the round.
And further.
I'm just trying to find my my spirit in here. Here it is. Okay, then save that. Let's roll some
My
initiative.
Lich King. Oh, no, not King, Queen.
Who goes? Does
Hazard.
Hasra goes before you? Okay then. So my spirit actually goes first, and we are going to have.
Would my spirit shield be on at this point, or
Yeah, your
Okay.
your spirit shield is up. I was just checking to see the. Did you link it? I just wanted to. Deters spirits from enter. Any spirit wishing to attack must overcome the spell by winning an opposed test of their willpower against the caster's folk magic. What was your folk magic?
75, but I don't know if they mean to use my original spell or if it's rolled every single time it's contested. I mean, I'd like the 75. That's a great number.
hang on, an opposed test of their willpower against the caster's folk magic skill. So your folk magic skill is 98. Isn't it?
It is, yes.
Yeah. So what that means is that you've put that up almost like a magnitude of skill. It's like the magnitude of it's like 98%. So for me to actually get through it, I have to try to overcome 98%. So I could do it by scoring 96 or above, because that always no, I'll need a critical. I need a critical to actually penetrate it. But that's what he's going to do quite naturally, because he's not 100.
He gets criticals.
Yeah. So I need
Power of Embryo.
I need a crit here. I don't know when you see this roll go up, Merrick. I rolled a 1d100. Okay, it's just after Cyrus's willpower check. If you want to scroll up, okay, and so now you'll know what this guy's skill is. Oh!
Wow. What a roll.
I feel there might be some luck points coming back.
I'm gonna give you a luck point here. That's not okay.
So just out of interest, Merrick, on the first one, I actually rolled an 83.
83, yeah.
Yeah. And
Bang on.
bang on. So you want to
The
use...
gods of narration want us to win.
You want me to roll it again, do you? Are you sure?
Unless I can make you flip it.
No, don't flip it.
Because it'd be a 70.
Yeah.
And he has to beat a 98.
Higher 70. Oh, okay, yeah, then do that, yeah.
I think
I don't think I can flip.
No, you can only make me re-roll. You can flip or re-roll. I always have to re-roll no matter what.
Oh, just flip him off.
Yeah.
I'm giving you that luck point. I always have characters with a stash of luck.
You do have one heroic point, by the way, to the end of the month, so be warned.
What's the chance that you'd roll another critical? Oh, dang, that would have been funny if you did.
I don't. So this
about 1%.
This sort of like beast, this ghost comes towards you, and he tries to wrap his arms around you to almost like embrace you and grapple you, but as his hands get close, there's sort of like a sound of almost like a sound like that sounds a bit like a healing spell going off like this. If you can hear that, that sort of like as he comes in to hold you, you actually see the outline of your spirit shield for one moment, and it's just sort of like removes its arms and almost like shrinks back slightly. It's not disengaging, but it's actually doing that. Cyrus, you are going runabout to there. And Hasra, you are up.
You see, I'm torn between going after Cyrus and
you're not really. You're not really.
Well, I am. Because it's magic, and Cyrus now realizes we need magic.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably just heard the sound and Bartleby casting the spell, and then you see the glow from where you are.
Tarek, help Bartleby. I will go over and stop Cyrus, and I will run towards Cyrus.
Okay.
I'd like. Oh, sorry. There we go.
You can actually, if you wish, you can make an unarmed attack if you wish.
Yeah, I'd like to try to trip him.
Or you can stab him with your spear.
I'll throw my spear. I'll throw my spear from here.
Aim for the back of the neck. Aim for the back of the neck.
Tie a piece of rope to it.
Yeah,
so
I can pull it back. I invented the harpoon.
Yeah. Yeah. So either way, it's going to be an unarmed attack.
That's not good. Right. Unarmed attack is rubbish.
Didn't you wrestle with the nomads?
With a spear.
No, he didn't.
No. Oh my goody goodness. No.
Well,
Cyrus!
but yeah, Cyrus. You're sort of like running after him.
I gotta get out of here.
He's sort of like he's fleeing, and you're quite surprised how quick Cyrus is actually moving.
He is for a small bloke.
For a
He
small
runs.
bloke, and he's just
Yeah.
come to a little wall, and he's got great acrobatic skills, I think, and it doesn't phase him at all. He just hurdles it, reaching out one leg and going straight over it.
Couldn't I hit him with a flat
Parkour,
end of the spear? Or the other end?
Well, you can use an attack with your next time with a spirit combat style, and you could get a special, which would mean you could trip him. But remember, you can pull your blows, which means that you do half amount of damage, I think. And
Well, he's got little legs, hasn't he? So I could like probably craft a net or something to chuck over him by the time he moves away.
you hear the Benny Hill music in the background. Dilla, dilla, dilla. You hear as he goes running off at full speed out. We go back to the important bit. Bartleby.
My spell's concentration, so I believe I can't cast anything else.
Correct.
So I'd like to just focus on that and use my free action to say back, like over my shoulder a little bit. I don't know how to stop the spirit. Do you have anything, Derek?
No, you're stopping it. You don't know how to kill it.
Yes, sorry, storyteller. The addendum of storyteller.
Yeah, thank you.
That's my turn.
Okay then, Merrick. So Merrick, you just got up. You don't have your sword with you. Remember, it's still in the room. You saw Cyrus die running away as fast as his little legs could take him. Hasra belts off after him. You hear something going on round the corner with Bartleby casting spells because you sort of like in the corner. So yeah, what would you like to do?
I don't have my sword, but my dagger is presumably still on my belt. So I'm going to draw my dagger and attempt to blade sharp it.
Nice. Okay, then. So
didn't work last time I tried it, but we'll give it another go.
So just roll your folk magic skill. I'll let you draw it and cast at the same time, which is not normally allowed. But yeah, you draw it unless you
not quite enough.
No, unless you want to luck it.
That's close enough to hit it with a luck point, is it?
Well, you would have to re-roll it.
I'd have to re-roll that. Yeah, I've still got a less than 50% chance. Seems like a waste of a point of luck to me. So I'm just going to curse the fact that I'm not very good with folk magic.
Okay.
And think of something else.
Okay, then. But your dagger is drawn now. And Tarek, who's been dying to get his action up for ages.
I don't want to fight this. Magic. You got to use magic. Is what I'll yell at to everyone.
Don't you have magic?
Well, don't you have magic? And then I'll do I want to summon him or do I want to summon him?
Summon anybody.
Stop. It's kind of magic.
I'll call upon Gaz, the death spirit that I've been using.
Oh, again. Roll your binding.
Please work.
We've got 2 spirits now. Really, we need help.
So what's going to be his command?
To attack this spirit, and I guess he doesn't. He can't really.
He can attack it because it's manifested.
Okay. I was just thinking like dissipate and like deadly don't really, or
Well, he can win it in spirit combat, and then
Okay.
not dissipate, sunder, whatever the other one is, will work on
Sunder,
it.
yeah. That'll work.
So
Okay.
you should have access to your death spirits sheet. If not, if you don't have it, then just click on the token, hold down shift and double click, and
I got it.
and the character sheet should come up. So if you can roll your death spirits initiative for me, make sure you click on the death spirit. Brilliant. And how many action points does it have?
It has 2.
2. So now it's used up on its first round. It'll have 1 for its next pass. Okay then. So sorry, did you want it to attack the spirit? Yeah, is that going to be its order? Yeah. Okay then. Spirit with you, Bartleby. You see it's almost like red glowing eyes, and it seems to be enraged to the umpteen level, and it seems to be rather annoyed that your shield has stopped it. So it sort of like pulls back its hand, and it looks like it's trying to push through to grab your neck in an embrace. Here comes its willpower. Well, do you ever see those little crosses and think that could be a crit? With my eyesight, sometimes it looks like little crits, and then I get disappointed. But it sort of like comes out and it sort of like pulls its arm away. At that point, the death spirit appears next to it. But yeah, so we need to go into combat. I actually have 3 action points on this spirit, so I've still got 1 left. So we can start battling. So you need to roll your death spirit spectral combat. Okay, and this is just like an opposed roll.
Great.
Okay, so I need to get a crit that is higher than 5.
5.
Which I don't get. So you need to do some damage to me. So you should have ouch, 4 points of damage. Down to 12. Okay, that's them done. Cyrus, you run a little bit further.
Is there any chance of a saving willpower check, or
not until somebody stops you?
Got it. Looks like I'm going for a jog today.
And you're probably not heading in a straight line. Let's not make you head in a straight line, because that's probably not likely to happen at all. Cyrus, you carry on running. Hazra, you're hot on his tails. Yeah.
I'm going to be going there and jumping over the wall, and I'm going to try and tackle him this time, but I'm going to use my spear, the blunt end, to try and trip him. So I'm going to try and attack.
Yeah. Okay.
With no intent to wound,
but you are going to pull your blows.
Oh hell yeah! I'm using the blunt, the pointy end, the other end. So yes, I want to trip him up. Here we go. Trip.
Yeah, half the damage, on a successful hit.
Oh, shall I reverse that? Make it a real proper critical.
Yeah, make it a critical.
Yeah, I use a point look and make it a proper critical.
So you will have a special, which
Two specialists.
are you critting it?
I'm critting it.
Nice.
Freeze
So
location had.
I want to bypass armor,
maximum
damage.
So
no, what I want to do
You're trying to
is
slow him down. Go for the impale.
yeah,
impale.
It'll be harder to run.
it would be.
I don't need both eyes.
Is it entangle?
You have trip opponent.
Yep.
Entangle you can only do with certain weapons like
Like a
nets
net.
and chains, etc.
Well, trip opponent, and then my other would be stun location.
Okay then. So you need to roll a 1d20 to see what location you're stunning.
I don't want to hurt him much.
I mean, a head stun would.
This is coming
Chest.
in. This is coming into your chest, but probably your back.
Yes, it would. Yes.
Yeah. So Cyrus, to start off with, please, can you make an acrobatics check against a critical roll? Yours was a crit, didn't you? You changed it to a crit, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I did. Yeah, it's a 2.
acrobatics roll. Oh, so it succeeds, but not enough. So you actually fall prone to the ground. You also get. Can you do? It's 1d3 for the blunt end of your weapon. Hazra.
Okay. Roll that 1d3. Yeah.
Oh, shuffling hell.
It's fine.
You don't need most of your back, do you?
No.
Must make. You need to make a endurance check.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Against his crit. Yeah, and he sort of like whacks you into your.
Well, you could reverse that and make it a crit.
If he wants to luck it, he could.
He could.
What's the endurance check to do?
It's to avoid the stun location. So if you get low, because it's coming to your chest, you will. If you fail it, you will be winded, which is a level of fatigue. If it was a headshot, it actually renders the defender briefly insensible, which probably won't have any effect on Cyrus.
Is he drunk or had brain damage? Who's to say?
So tell me, what would you like to do? Would you like to use a point of luck and reverse it to a crit? And in which case you will succeed, won't you? Because I think Hazra's crit was a 2, so you would get a 3. Or you've taken the damage, you can just take 1 level of fatigue and fall to the ground. What would you like to do?
Would I be out for the
You're
pass out or what's going on?
No, you're winded, so you'll gain 1. You know, on your fatigue.
Yeah.
Your fatigue will go to winded.
I'll do my 1 luck and I'll make sure I'm not winded at least.
Okay, then that's a good idea. Yeah. Okay, then. Yeah. And so you fall to the ground where you stand.
Nice.
So you are now prone. This one. And you're on the ground. If we can just get to the end of this combat round, then we will break. So hang on in there. Azra done. Bartleby, you're up next.
Yeah, and I'm just holding the wall. I'm the tank of this party, I guess.
Yep. Merrick, you've got your dagger out. You see Hazra. Oh, has Merrick gone?
Yeah, wait, I don't think he's in here anymore.
No, he's not in the.
It's
Oh, he
dropped.
dropped out. Yeah.
Okay. Tarek, what would you like to do? Are you quite happy for your spirit just to carry on bashing?
I'll cast Spirit Shield on myself as well.
Okay, roll your folk magic, and then we'll take our break, and then hopefully we'll get Fish back into the
Nope,
Discord.
I failed.
Okay, yeah. Okay then. So we will let's go for our break now. And hopefully we'll get Fish back. So do head off and grab something to eat or drink, and we'll be back at just gone 1:45. Hopefully with a fish as well. happening tonight. And this is just the start
And,
of it.
and I need to get wedding on Cyrus.
Cyrus,
What now?
Cyrus, did you take that 3 points of damage to your? Oh no,
My chest.
no, it wouldn't. It would be halves always round up, don't they? So it would, because you're only taking half damage because of Cyrus. Hasra pulled his blow, I think. So it would just be 2. Is that toast that you're
Hopefully.
eating?
No, well, I was going to make toast, but I ran out of time, so I just had bread with with some pate on it.
Oh, some pate.
Some what?
I don't do pate because I do that little French squiggly thing. Pate.
Have some of that pate.
Okay, so let's just, before we go on for this, so Hasra, you've brought Cyrus down in the mud and the wet, etc., but he sort of like clashes down. He's going to have a nasty bruise on his back. Merrick, just for the last combat round when you weren't here, we came to you. Was there anything that you wanted to do on your round? You've got your dagger in your hand, but no blade sharp on it.
Yeah, what I was thinking of doing is moving around to here.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go through where the spirit is, and I want to try and climb over the wall and get to my sword.
Oh, nice. Yeah, nice. Okay, then. So move. So you'll move
So
up to it.
move myself over there.
And then,
so there.
let's go back up to turn 2. Sorry, round. Oh, these are round the wrong way. So this is going to be round 2, combat turn 1 now, and so my spirit will whack on your spirit. Come on.
What, does he not want to try me anymore?
No, somebody's done damage to him.
So I have to roll spirit combat for
Yes,
contesting it?
so it's a opposed roll, so you need to succeed and get above 50. Yeah, that'd do.
Oh, that'll work, yeah.
You win the opposed roll. Is it?
We've been lucky. It's like 3 or 4 crits we've gotten now.
Nice.
That's my second one.
Yeah.
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 Let me just.
Hazard's had at least 1 or 2. Bartleby's had 1 or 2.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, I
Merrick.
do feel
good luck,
next
guys.
week, if we survive next week, we're screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Each attack and parry roll exchange is treated as a differential roll, not an opposed roll. So you actually win the differential roll. So you will actually get a special. Now you're suddenly thinking, "Oh my giddy aunt, what?"
Defensive specials are awesome.
Wasn't there one that you roll damage twice and pick the better one?
So that is Spirit Lance, but that is only an offensive one.
Okay.
So you've got a defensive one. So what you can do, critical only, your spirit can inflict a psychic wound, which leaks 1 magic point per cycle until the spirit combat ends. You can
Overextend the opponent.
the attacker can no longer perceive the defender, and that's called obscure. So I will no longer be able to perceive the defender unless it gets attacked again. You can do, this is like overextend your opponent. You could do psychic stun.
Yeah, that sounds good.
The opponent loses next turn. You can do things like sunder binding that breaks the fetish, but it's no good.
There's no fetish nearby either.
You can withdraw from the combat if you wish. Here's a nice one. Turn back. Attacker suffers its own spirit damage roll instead of the defender.
Oh, that is nice.
So
What do you guys
it's
think?
very
Either
nice.
lose turn or do that one?
Hmm.
I know what I
Well,
would go for.
If you're gonna,
I've seen my damage.
Okay,
Well,
I guess we didn't turn back then.
the way I look at it
Leaning
is
towards
if
turn back.
it's going to lose a turn, but then you have to do more damage next turn. Same as do damage this turn.
Yeah,
True, and he said he had 3 actions.
I
too,
do have
so-
3 action points. Yeah. Okay, so would you like to turn back the damage?
Yeah, let's do turn back.
Okay,
Try
so the
that out.
damage he would have done to your spirit would have been 6 points of damage.
Ooh.
You can
down
turn
10.
back damage.
So just so you know, if you were fighting, if any of you, the other characters, that would be coming off your tenacity, which starts the same as your power. You should have it on your skill
Yeah,
on your character sheets.
I'd be a Raven Loon by now. I'd be lead.
So yeah, brilliant. Deaf Spirit's turn.
All right.
Now you've used
Cool.
1 action point, so you have another action point to go here if you wish.
Right. So spectral combat.
15. Okay, so this
That's not great.
so this is my
Could reverse it.
could
Yeah, let's reverse it. Make it a 51.
make it a 51. It's a differential roll though.
Ooh.
It's not a
Oh,
opposed.
so
Oh.
it's not. Okay, so never mind. I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Supposed.
I got confused as well.
I never know when it is, when it's not.
Combat is the only time it's differential rolls. All the
Mm.
other times it's
Post.
it's opposed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay then. So we both succeed. In addition, a successful attack that is okay. Then if 1 or more levels are achieved, then Spirit Cup may be in the table. Okay then. So I think it's more of a case that if we both hit, nothing happens.
Right.
Because there's no parrying rules. But I'll check that for next time. Cyrus, you are in the mud with Hazra on your back. Well, not on your back. He's just sort of like whacked you in the back.
Don't be upset. This is not the first time this has happened.
Well, there was a dubious time in a tavern, I think.
What?
We were away from town at that point, so
At least I had you chained to a bed at one point. You know.
Exactly.
It's just some shenanigans. That's all.
Hazra, what would you like to do? Cyrus, sorry, yeah.
Cyrus, yeah. Am I still freaked out?
No. You sort of like
still...
you land face down in the peat bog, and almost like the bash from your back and the cold water brings you out of your fear. You are prone on the floor.
I lift my head out of the bog water. I look back and I shout, "The hell was that?"
Hazra, you notice that Cyrus has a couple of leeches just stuck.
It's good. It's good for the healing.
those are going to be some drunk leeches.
One's just going across his top lip, so he looks like he's got a bit of
Such Magnum PI.
It's a very small one though. It's
no,
like
no,
that.
we're not going there.
Stick with
The
Magnum
hell was
PI.
that? Don't hit me, Hazra. Sorry.
And this was a day that we got banned.
Yeah.
I was just waving to you. That's all.
Do you wish to get up, Hazra?
Yeah.
Sorry, Cyrus. Yeah.
Well, yes. Yeah, I'll get up and try to just wipe the leeches off me.
off you. Yeah. Okay
Yeah.
then. Hazra, you're up.
I'm gonna help Cyrus get to his feet and say, my friend, you were not yourself. Let me pull you up, and I'll lift his gentle small body out of the water
Oh,
like a little baby.
put him on
And
over your
do-
shoulder.
Do I remember?
Yes, on my shoulder like Yoda.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
no, I give
Do I
it-
remember I was scared of the thing, or
Oh
was
yes,
it
yeah,
like
most
okay, okay.
definitely. You know exactly what was happening.
something unsettled you. It's the thing. I think that Bartleby is now, and Terek is now fighting.
So I thought I saw the spirit of future sobriety, so
No,
I ran away.
no,
Bartleby,
my friend, you should never be away from the drink.
Bartleby, what would you like to do? You can walk and maintain your spell concentration, by the way.
in which case I'd probably be backing up, but not too far, just like to about here, trying to make it so people could more easily go past me if they want. But I'm still like thinking that holding my hands up maintains the spell even better.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's all footwork.
Yeah, it's all footwork. Merrick, you are scaling a wall.
I attempted to scale a wall, yes.
So I need an athletics check from you. Oh, yes, you're quite
we go.
nimble.
Yeah.
So you go,
I can't fight, but this thing, but at least I can climb walls. It makes me feel
You're
better.
nimble and lithe.
so you're able to
Yes.
drop down the other side on your turn. And Terek,
I'll
try to cast Spirit Shield again. You and Bartleby can be Spirit Shield twins.
let's see.
It's pretty fun.
The only difference, I think, yours, Bartleby, is this golden glow. Well, Terek's is just sort of like a black void that goes around it.
Oh, wow.
Would casting like tire work against? Would I know if that would work against the spirit?
Is that a folk magic spell?
Yes.
No, it won't.
Okay.
And
Good
the
to
other reason that it won't work, despite that, is I don't have fatigue. Spirits can fight forever. They don't have any fatigue to roll.
So I would have to use like shock or something like that.
Yeah.
That does actual.
Yeah.
Well, that one's a stun, right? Or that doesn't really do damage.
Oh, yeah. So it's not.
I have to do something with damage in order to have an effect.
And that's why you are doing damage at the moment.
Yeah, I just was trying
You
to
have
think
to
of...
imagine that your spirit is actually like Cyrus's rack spell. It's constantly doing damage at the moment because you don't have any other, unless you take disruption, which is a folk magic spell.
I have disruption.
Yeah, so you can whack disruption at him.
Yeah, sure. Let's use a magic point and do that.
Roll your
I
folk
wish I'd taken
magic.
disruption.
Yeah, so I think is it 1d3 or something like that?
I think so. Let me double check.
And do I
1d3.
And do I have an opposition for it?
I think it's endurance. Yeah.
Okay, then. So I don't have an endurance skill. So give me some points of damage. Ouch.
2.
Right. Yeah. So you fire it. Tell me what your disruption spell looks like.
I imagine it's like some kind of a black, ghastly, like smoky looking tendrils that shoot out
And wax into them.
And bump into their face or whatever
Yeah.
would be their face.
Bartleby, you see this coming out of the your friend next to you and hitting into this spirit. Right, I've taken that damage. We're coming up to combat turn 3 for anybody with points left, which I do have with my spirit, because I have 3 action points. But I don't think your spirit has anything left, doesn't it?
No.
Does a resist count as
Boo.
Like,
as
do
an
I still
action?
do spectral combat back since it's not an action?
Yeah.
No, so your spectral combat works as attack and parry.
Hmm.
So you've got your spirit has nothing to defend it against now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like we always get a free attack, and here's mobs. If they have 2 action points, we have
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, and so your spirit takes 9 points of damage.
Jesus.
So that comes off its
Tenacity.
yes, yeah.
No longer tenacious, are you?
Now, just to let you know, this is not a big spirit, so it doesn't do specials at the moment. But if you are fighting against a spirit who did have specials, it would have a special against your spirit as well, because it wasn't defended at all. So that's my action done. Death Spirit doesn't have any actions left. Cyrus, are you a 3-action person?
Yes, I'm a 3-action person.
What would you like to do?
I like to get a little closer and see if I
Hazra?
can start doing some. No, to this direction.
Oh yeah, you can move up to about
is it gonna-
there. Yeah.
Just a 2 of it.
Okay, I'm gonna move there, and then
to about
I'm
here,
gonna
yeah.
start casting my rack.
Okay then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you adjusting on it? Obviously, range will
with
be
it,
1.
range and what's the word? Be as powerful as possible.
Magnitude.
Magnitude. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. So how much?
I'm gonna give it some nice magnitude.
How much?
Pretty much the remainder. The remainder of my not my PowerPoints, but my like I'll just
Shaping?
suggesting range and shaping would be magnitude.
Right. So that will take your range is probably up to power. Won't it? Power be in meters will be high.
4.
Yeah. So would that be? Yeah, that would be easily. And
That
then
fit.
so that would be 1 lot of shaping points. And so how many shaping points do you have?
8.
8.
So it'll be 7 magnitude.
No, 7 to take it up to 8 because it's already 1.
Oh, okay.
Without
Got it. Okay.
any. So 3 turns then for you. Yep. Okay then. Hazra, do you? Cyrus has just walked off Hazra.
He has just left me, bitch. No, I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna jump over the wall, and stand. I want to protect him. He's a bit of a fragile creature.
Yeah, you can
So
hear.
Essentially, what you saw. Essentially, what you saw is I just did this. Just got an angry focus in my hand, and then I started walking towards the thing that scared me away in the first place.
And I'm there to protect you.
So it's a bit like Wheel of
Nice.
Time. Did you watch Wheel of Time?
No, I must start watching that.
I don't know if that.
First.
I don't know what that is. Is that an '80s song?
To be fair, it's like the books. I started to read the books, but then at the start of every book, it was like half the book was a recap.
They do change. One of the characters actually changes actor between the first series and the second series.
I won't have done that because I think I got to the part where they got some ruins, and it was like,
it is. I persevered with it, and
I will. It's Amazon.
Honestly, the last episode was just like completely epic. It was unbelievable.
Just for our viewers though, watch Fallout. Sorry. Anyway.
Oh yeah,
that's on my list to see.
It was good. I as a fan of the games, it was good.
Hey, they are fish.
Bed.
That's what you can do this week.
See you later. Love you, darling.
Bye, Lisa. Sleep well.
Everybody said goodbye, Lisa. Well, in most of everybody else think there were monkeys about.
Bartleby.
I can't really do any other spells without dropping my own, and I don't want to drop this.
Hang on a minute. You don't have 3 actions. do
Yeah,
you?
and I don't have 3 actions, so
Merrick, do you have 3 actions?
I do, yeah. I'm just going to creep quietly forward and grab my sword.
Yeah, there's these 2 spirits that seem to be this darkness sort of like overpowering this farmer that is there, just sort of like entangled in front of you. Yeah, you can pick your sword.
Pretending not to be here.
Yeah, and Tarek, do you have 3 actions?
No.
Okay, then. We're going back up to the top of the round. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Tarek's a little bit concerned now.
A little bit? Yeah. I've been
Oh, your
nervous.
deaf spirit doesn't have tenacity on.
What? It does on my sheet, but not on its sheet.
Yeah. Right.
So I've kept track of how much it
It
has.
should have it on its sheet now. I've just popped it.
Okay.
Yes. So, I'm up. I'm up with my spirit, and it's going.
You seem way too happy about this.
But now it's a new turn,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, you can defend.
Yeah.
Can't we use the luck points to make you reverse? Oh, you can't reverse.
I can re-roll it.
No, but not reverse.
Where is he? There he is. Oh, bummer.
Okay, so I'm not too sure what actually happens in this situation, so I'm just going to pretend that we both interlock together.
Okay, that's fine.
And then read it a little bit later on. So now it's your deaf spirit's turn.
I'll have him attack, I guess.
Okay. Right, I fail my roll with a 91. How can I fail a roll when I've got 82 skill? Which
Like that.
means that you gain a special on me.
Max damage.
Well, what was the one that you used last time? That was.
It was a defensive one.
No.
Or are you talking about the one where I rolled
psychic.
twice?
Yeah, the psychic.
Psychic
lance.
was it? Something
Spirit
like that?
lance. Yeah. Roll
That
the
was it.
damage twice and take the best result. There's other things that you can do if you wish.
Banish spirit.
Well,
And
yeah.
you could try and psychic stun it to make
It lose
knock off
turn.
that extra knock off that extra AP advantage.
I think that's what I'll do. Is I'll
Sorry, just
no.
The one that what did you say, Hazra? You were saying that it's actually called drive off, but that's more.
Banish. Yeah,
banish. It's
spirit,
called
yeah.
drive off, and it's for mortals only.
Oh.
So spirits can't actually do it.
I'm missing a complete special sheet. Is this something for spirits only?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Spirit Combat uses its own list.
We have our own list. Yeah. So, do you want to do Spirit Lance or Psychic Stun? I missed my next turn.
Let's do. Shoot. Psychic Stun.
Okay. So roll your damage, and we take the higher one of the two.
Or sorry, not psychic. Yeah, that one. The Spirit Lance.
Yeah, Spirit Lance.
Psychic Stun is the one where he loses a turn. Let's just do Spirit Lance.
Okay.
Oh, that was big.
Right. Okay, then. This was probably the right one to choose because I had 4 points of tenacity left.
Ooh.
So the 2 would have meant that I was still around. However,
And so you guys know, I have 2 points left on this spirit.
so
Nicely done, sir. Nicely done.
you can, if you wish, you can use dissipate. May destroy the loser by tearing their essence apart. If the some spirits can recover with the recurring trait, but that's it. Sunder is limited to spirits. If loser, you tear the soul from its material form, but you think that's already happened.
Happened, yeah.
So probably dissipate.
Okay.
Known as the pinhead maneuver.
Yeah,
We'll
with
hope
this,
that it doesn't come
Tear
back.
your soul apart.
unless he has.
Which I think it takes 24 hours.
Yeah,
with
so
the
unless he
reoccurring
has the
trait.
recurring trait. So yes, it's sort of like tell me, how does your death spirit dissipate this?
I'm sure it's something very violent where it takes its hands and like
Yes.
goes into the chest and rips it apart.
Yeah, and it's all, you know, and there's a shower of static energy
Yeah.
as he
Oh, that's a
just
good one.
sort of like pulls this spirit apart. And yeah, at that point it was probably can return back to its fetish. You don't need to roll for that. It will just go by itself. Yeah, it's a bit wounded at the moment. I'll talk to you in between how that actually needs to play or when it next comes up, because you need to have a rest. Merrick, just as this spirit gets pulled apart, you sort of like clamber there and go, "Dah!" You know, with your sword.
I was ready. I was going to go in there. I was going to help. I was ready, but no.
Bartleby still
slow.
got his hands up, protecting himself from the spirit. Yeah. So who would like to do what?
What in the name of all the gods was that?
That's your
first up. I'm going to.
That's your
call
spirit
my,
shield. If you can hear that, can you hear my sound
gonna-
effects?
I'm going to call my spirit back.
Yeah. So it goes back into its fetish. You don't need to roll a binding spell for that, but you would do if you bring out your elemental.
You really want me to bring him out? Oh, he's like goading me.
Not yet.
I'm going to grab Cyrus's hand. I know he's casting a spell. I say, Cyrus, my friend, you do not need to do this now. Please stop your focus.
Where'd he go?
He was destroyed.
No, he wasn't.
Telek banished him from here. Whatever it was, it just disappeared. I don't know how things work, but he's
Gone back to his master.
No, he's
A lot of anger
been
right now. I'm just gonna
destroyed,
need to
yeah.
let it out.
calm down. See
Fine.
that? Look, that stump over there. Kick it.
unarmed combat.
Where's my wine?
Sorry, unarmed combat.
Oh my God, Cyrus! It hits your back. Well, you've got damage on your back. This stump is vicious.
Yeah, poor Cyrus
Have
is.
back problems all day.
Poor Cyrus has got a wound to his back now and a wound to his arm, don't you? Because I don't think 3 hit. Did that get fully healed or not, Cyrus?
And a poly toe.
The wound on my arm got fully healed, and I'm wearing armor.
Oh right. So
that I have no
yeah, you
damage
have
on my back. I have a bruise.
AP3. Yeah, Hazra, you didn't even get through his armor.
No, I wasn't trying.
Next time,
Perfect.
bypass it, please, and use the pointy
I use the pointy end. Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Shish kebab means from Run Away.
Anybody want to say or discuss anything before I move the?
Where the bloody hell did it come from?
That was a good question.
So
Tarek,
my guess would be I didn't want to alarm you guys, but this entire region has souls in anguish. Spirits are moving around this entire area, and so it's highly possible that one of these spirits, either on its own or with the help of a shaman or someone that can control spirits, created a spirit that had so much anger and uh, or such a deep sense of loss that it turned that emotion into an aggressor.
So
Let's establish a precedent here quickly, shall we? Next time anybody thinks that there's a chance something might attack us, feel free to alarm us.
So what you're
Well,
saying,
I
my
was
friend, is
asleep, but
no. What you're saying, my friend, is these farmers have lost their families, their children, their crops, so they brought them back as this avenging thing.
yeah,
Mhm.
there's not a whole lot that we could have done, even, or that I could have done, aside from when it appears to attack it. So,
No,
I'm sorry that you were sent running in fear. I completely understand.
it's not your fault, Tarek. Merrick ran off. I went to go find him because I noticed he wasn't sleeping on my watch. And then Saris here, my friend Saris, he ran off too. So clearly they were affected by the appearance.
There was something
of this.
unnatural. Last time, I haven't felt fear like that since I was 11. That was
Well,
not normal.
No, I did not like to see how you were, Merrick. You seemed quite, yes.
Whatever that thing did to
We
my
won't
head,
talk
it
about
messed me
this.
up.
We won't talk about this. We're not happening that carefully.
Cyrus is going to brush past Bartleby to get to his bottle of wine and start checking it a bit.
Yeah, I'll move my leg to the side.
Are my assumptions correct, or are my
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
Sounds
So,
perfect.
if you have the ability to control spirits, I know you've got some bound to you, but is there any chance you could use those skills to communicate with the spirits that are in this area and see if we can get some information on what happened to them?
Usually when I communicate to a spirit, it's to make a bargain with it, to bind it. As far as, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, animals, but as far as I know, I can't really talk to them without being on the spirit plane, right?
Correct. Yeah. So it
would take me about an hour to put myself into the spirit plane and walk through and manifest myself there.
Yeah, and then you would have two options. You can either use your skill to compel
That's a lot of people to try to compel them to go to rest.
Well, to negotiate them, you would just pick one. But it might actually be aggravated. So
yeah, I don't really think it's a good idea.
I about your wisdom.
There's so many of them, and they're so tortured. I'm sorry, Bartleby, but your prayer didn't do anything.
You can see this whole plane has been.
Inwills just looks across to the cameras to see Bartleby's face.
That might have been good to know earlier, like before we made camp.
No, Amelia is not a powerful lady. She would fix this.
The problem is, I think it's this whole area. I think once we cleanse this area from whatever entity or shaman is haunting it and in control, I hope at least that the spirits will be able to pass into a more a less painful state. But if not, I will take the time to help the area heal, however long that takes.
It's very optimistic once we cleanse this area. we don't even know what we're dealing with here.
It's got to be a shaman or a powerful spirit.
We sort of do, because back in the day, we dealt with this stone that took over a whole area and changed the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you think we're
Um,
looking at that again?
Possibly, yeah.
Says Hasra
Well,
as
hold
he
up.
gently strokes,
Strokes my black arm. Yes.
In that case, it was entirely different. There was fungus and bacteria growing everywhere,
But,
and there were reptile things that were hunting, and they're very difficult to kill by normal means.
But please stop.
When do we get to the
Bartleby,
different part?
do you remember in this area there are different creatures, not reptiles, because that whole area wasn't swampy, but this one was. This is now swampy, and you have swamp-like creatures. Whereas in the last area, it was goblin-like creatures, as you said.
I mean, what's the difference between a crocodile and a goblin in the end? We saw all those little
Big, huge,
running
pointy teeth.
dinosaur things,
That's
and now we're
true.
seeing flying things that look reptilian and crocodiles.
Which exactly dinosaur type things.
Yeah, no, I'm on your side here, Hazra.
That's good. I'm glad you are. Tell me what to say.
I was being sarcastic initially because it's exactly what we went through, and we just need to find whoever holds the stone,
the stone.
and break their arm off, and then not touch that stone.
Not touch the stone because I'm not touching my left arm.
Or we touch a stone to reverse the effects of said stone.
You have to be a sorcerer to do that. Oh wait.
Hasra,
That's good.
Just if you had asked to when you use your unarmed skill to grapple Cyrus to the ground, if you had said, "Can I augment it with my lump hefting skill?" I would have said
I never
yes.
thought about that.
You're what?
He's not
No.
alone.
Remember, I fought a big, massive hefting thing, not a piglet.
He had to roll
yeah, true.
roll a pig.
I had to ride a massive pig, but not a piglet.
So
yes.
he has a passion called lump. Is it lump?
Hefting?
Lump hefting.
I do believe Bartleby has the same thing, don't you?
No, that was Hengist who got that.
Oh, Hengist did. Sorry.
I don't have strength enough to succeed. You guys did a whole ordeal of moving an immobile pig across a muddy bar floor.
What is that passion? How big is it?
36, but it's all mine.
Okay, your conversation seems to come to the end. However, night has moved on. So casters, okay.
Yes, we shall also move on.
You can regain magic points, but you have a decision to make before you go to sleep. So if you go to sleep and rest and get to the wake up and progress this at the same time, so that would be, remember, the central place is 1 day's travel from here. But if you rest and get up at the morning, then you will only recover half of what you would normally get. Okay, so that might take you up to max. It might not. If you are willing to spend a little bit longer here, okay, then you can get all your magic pool back. Bartleby, you would then have to siphon them off for your devotion pool. However, you're going to be leaving about midday on the final day. So you would actually arrive at the farm. You will either arrive sort of like early afternoon, so like 4 or 5 o'clock if you left in the morning. If you wait till lunchtime, you're not going to arrive at the farm or the central point until nighttime.
All right. Well, I'm a spellcaster, so I'll throw in my vote. It would not benefit me to gain more than half of my magic points. I'm assuming, like, if I have 14 maximum, I would only recover 7.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And so any more than that, it's not going to overflow into my devotion pool. No matter what, I'm going to move points out after that's been recovered.
Correct,
so I vote we do the quicker method and make haste.
That's fine with me.
I think that's fine, but as long as I'm feeling okay to fight.
You,
Do I
you have
feel
all your
well
fighting points back.
in my fighting points? That's lovely. Thank
And then
you.
Inwill's my spirit is still it hasn't been 24 hours, so it'll still be damaged,
It'll
right?
still be damaged, yes.
Just making sure.
If I'm not feeling my aches and pains, so if it is detrimental to my fighting skills, then yes, we could show fight on.
Cyrus? I feel really
yeah, I agree
sorry
with
for
everyone else.
Cyrus today. You've been really battered around, Cyrus. I feel you got.
Yeah, I've been, attacked by my closest friend, from behind, almost
Closest
like a
friend?
backstabbing of some sort.
Yeah.
And wasn't able to enact my revenge for seemed like a little bitch. So yeah, it's been a tough night.
It's been
for sure.
tough. It's been tough, but you've got your wine. And
I got my wine.
can you just roll your willpower, please?
Oh, great! Not
I
again.
drank his wine.
I replaced it with water.
Yes. And then blessed it.
I'm going to use a point of luck to reroll this.
Okay.
Reverse it. Oh no, you can't. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Sorry. Language.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay then. So you don't drain all the bottle. You still got something left as you
Good.
head off the next day after some time eating and trying to get some magic back, and you head off further north across the peat bog. Now, as you travel, there's a subtle change in the environment. What you notice is that there's more and more buildings coming into your view, rather like the page that we're on now. It seems as if you're going through almost like an area that was inhabited by the farmers and their families. There's still huge areas of fields, and some are completely blank, and you assume that these are probably arable farms when they've been growing crops. You see other fields that are just, it looks like the cows or the pigs or the hens or whatever they were farming have literally sort of like dropped down on the spot. They don't seem to be sort of like herded together or anything like that. And they just seem to be lying on their side flat out. You do notice that the mildew has sort of like started to cover them rather than them decaying normally. It's as if this fungus or this some kind of mildew is sort of like feeding off the animals and also natural materials like wood and but not so much stone. You do notice that all the wood that you see is blackened. None of the trees have leaves on them at all. They seem to be off at one angle as their root systems seem to start to disengage from the peat bog. And you notice that the depth of the water is staying very constant. There's nothing, it's not getting deeper or anything like that. The other thing that you see, and I'm going to tell you some things that you see these at a distance, and it's up to you. You can either just ignore them and carry on, or you can veer off the direct path just by a few meters either way to go and actually investigate further. I'll tell you them one after another, and then it's up to you what you do. So the first thing that you see is a wagon. It seems to have something. It's an open-topped wagon. It seems to have something in it. It looks like it's maybe sacks and crates. You notice that it has sunk into the peat box. So it's sort of like up to its axle on the back. and there seems to be what you assume would be the remnants of either an oxen or a beast that is pulling it. There seems to be a bench, a seat up at the front, but apart from that, that's all you can see. Would you like to investigate, or would you like to ignore?
I say the more acrobatic members of our group should explore it and see if we can refresh our supplies.
Might be worth a look. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be the
Maybe
spry
like prove
guy
themselves. Yeah.
that goes checks it out
Okay.
with my glaive in hand.
Yeah, so just Cyrus is going over to it, yeah?
I mean, we'd probably all move as close as we can to this general situation, and if there's any suspicious ground, we stand back and observe, I presume, unless
I think
you're
I'd
good at
rather keep
wagons.
my eyes out for what's going on around us, because
Yeah.
we're getting closer to the center. There's going to be potentially more spirits and more creatures. I'm
It's
more
true.
nervous about that than I am a wagon.
Yeah. I would potentially just help Cyrus a little bit while again watching around.
Okay.
Mm.
So everybody's keeping a watch round, and
All on alert here.
yeah, Cyrus, you sort of like head closer to the wagon. The other four of you, can you please roll your perception checks?
Ooh.
Damn.
Oh, well done,
Oh,
Merrick.
do I crit mine? No, I can't.
No, you can't.
Merrick could crit.
Oh no, you could crit it.
No, I can't.
Merrick could if he reversed it.
Yeah, why wouldn't a reverse work for you, Hazra?
Severe lack of luck points.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Nice.
I
I didn't even think about that. I'm thinking, can't you not read the dice?
Yeah.
Do we think it's worth going for a crit
points,
here?
haven't I?
Yeah,
Well-
you're out of luck for tonight.
I'm on out of luck.
Look.
Nothing to roll now.
Merrick, are you critting or not?
What do people think? Is it worth spending a luck point for a crit here, just in case?
I think the answer is it depends how many you've got left.
Luck points.
Yeah,
It's
see, I haven't
purely-
used my 2 luck points yet. Today.
It's purely your choice.
What the hell? I'll use a luck point. I'll go for the crit to find out. That it
Oh
gives
my
us
god,
nothing,
I can't
nothing
believe
new.
you used luck point.
I know.
Gasp.
Remember that
Frittering
episode
them
where
away
he
like that, yeah.
he like used them all really early and then he had nothing left afterwards? I think that's haunting him.
Back in the day, we used to wait till the last 15 minutes.
You did. Well, no, Hengist used to wait because he only
That's right, last 50.
he
yeah.
only had one luck
One.
point. So he just
I am
kept it
terrible
right
for
way
that.
through the adventure, then just used it in the last 5
Yeah.
minutes.
I did that when we used to play the Witcher TRPG. Your luck points in there are spent to add directly to a die roll, and you can spend any number.
Oh,
and I would always go the whole session without using it, and then when I thought we were getting to the end of the session on the last
Then
roll, I'd
use
blow
it.
the lot.
Yeah. So, Cyrus, could you make me a brawn roll, please?
Sure. I'm known for my brawn, as they say.
You can do it.
Today.
He's known
You
for his
are.
brawn.
Yeah. Okay then. So if you remember what I said was the wheels was half sunken in, and you sort of like head over to there to possibly use it to clamber up, use the spokes, and you sort of like get there and you feel that you're wading through something, and the ground is quite unsteady here. When you try to lift your leg, it seems that it's sort of like somewhere between your mid calf and your knee at the moment, and you feel that there's almost like a tightening grip on your foot, and you can't seem to pull it out of the actual ground at this point.
Are we talking like quicksand?
What can I do? Is try harder? Try harder. I kind of want to get back now. I don't want to. I probably want to reverse and try to head back because I feel like I'm not sure about my footing here.
Okay then. So yeah. So roll your brawn roll.
Again? Okay.
If he turns into a bird,
He would-
where does the transfer?
He would be
Like, does it
underwater.
start at his head, where like his
Underwater,
legs
yeah.
shrink and
His
go up to
legs
him,
would
or-
stay where they are, and he would just shrink.
Got it.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
please do that.
Just drown.
Brawn roll.
He's known for his brawn.
He's,
I'm
oh,
going to 139. If I can't get out right now, which God, I'm only 3% away.
Well, I'm with you. Can I
Yeah.
assist?
hang on. Just remember that your last brawn roll succeeded, but nothing happened.
Yeah.
So you might have the idea that there might be some kind of an opposed roll going on here.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering about that.
So Hazra, you could do something in. Are you leaving it how it is, Cyrus?
I'd like to assist him if possible, and like
You can
hold out my spear for him to pull it.
So you can do that the next time. What I need to know first is, are you leaving it, Cyrus, or looking it?
Okay, I'll look it.
13's not that great, but it might be good enough.
If they fail, I don't know.
I think if I was looking it and getting a crit, then because I would know that a crit would win an opposed roll generally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, generally.
I'll leave it and see if I can save my luck point for something afterwards.
So you now sink down to your mid thigh.
Your nose.
So Hazra, you wanted to assist.
Yeah, I'd like to just hold up my spear from to grab, not the pointy end.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And hit him in the back.
Bang him in the back of the head.
So
nobody saw him go to sleep that night.
Yeah. So tell me, you need to roll. We need to augment his brawn roll with yours. So what's your augment?
My augment will be. There must be an easy way of doing this.
You just go to the button that says augment.
Do you know what? Where's it gone?
If you click on your token, it'll appear.
I got it. Yeah. Oh, cancel. There. Augment. And brawn. I'll just type in the value.
Type in the value of your skill. There. So Cyrus, your brawn is now increased by 13 points. So it'd be 52. 51, sorry. I think.
Yeah, 51.
Yeah. Roll away.
All right. Let's see.
A 1 would be good.
Wait, no, it was
51.
50.
You've not,
It just didn't do it. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, well,
I just add. Yeah.
At the top of the screen on your character sheet, there's a little augment, but we put set and change the 0
That's
to
right, yeah.
13.
Maybe, yeah. So should I re-roll or?
Oh, it's up to you. I don't mind. Whatever you're.
We'll just say whatever I rolled was
success
because it's 50.
It's 43 out of 51.
As I'm trying to pull you
43
out
out
of
of 51.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you actually managed to dislodge him
Nice.
with a
Thanks.
series of pulls. He doesn't come out in one fair swoop. There's a lot of sort of like noises as the peat sort of like clings to his legs, and then he sort of like goes and pulls him out. And you manage.
So you only have one shoe.
Yeah.
Damn it!
You have one shoe,
My lucky boot.
and that's it. Okay, so you obviously this wagon is quite low down. Cyrus, just make me a perception check.
Hopefully my perception helps me out today. We'll find out. Oh, well, take away the occupation, but
You still pass, yeah.
yeah, still pass.
Yeah. You remember seeing that the sacks were all sort of like decayed and falling to bits. So you don't think there was anything worth
Useful.
gaining in it at all. Okay then. So
Right.
you carry on your march, and after a while, as it coming to the end of the day, you come to a place that you assume is the central place of the farm. I'm going to move you onto it. I just need to make sure that I've got things on my on the right layers here, so you can't see things. Okay, I think I'm done. Okay then. So if you see anything, shout.
I'd like to shout, but the clock behind you, it says 255 days till Christmas.
I know. I love Christmas.
Is the
really
whole
dark.
screen? Is it supposed to be that dark, or is
Yes,
it like is that
it is,
just
'cause
my roll 20 acting up? Okay, I was
because
just
it's nighttime at the moment. I am going to
okay.
add some light for you.
It still is visible. It's just not very easy to see. Just
Yeah, I wasn't sure if my roll 20 was like
Yeah,
No, it's a bit just
slowing down. All
Is
right,
that
there we
now it's
better?
a
go.
bit lighter.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah,
not
it's
like
yeah.
a pure black is what I wanted to
Yeah,
clarify.
let me just click on Hazra. Yes, so it should be sort of like a little bit, how can one say, dusky.
yeah.
Dusky. So you should, can you just make sure you got control over your tokens, please?
Yep, I can do backflips.
Yeah. Okay then. So you notice this general area as you're looking around. The first thing that you actually notice is that for the first time ever, you've seen buildings with roofs on them. You haven't seen this at all right the way up to this point. And the other thing that you notice, I'm just going to ping it so you can see it. Can you see here?
Oh well.
Yeah, it's a well. But you notice something very strange with when you look at the mildew and the fungus, etc., because there seems to be tendrils of it growing out of this well. It seems to be definitely sort of like the central point of the mildew and everything. It seems to all be growing out from this point and almost like spreading out like spiderly fingers. And the well doesn't look, it just looks like a normal size well from where you are. The other thing that you notice around here is that there's nothing dead. There's no dead bodies, there's no dead animals or anything like that. And the third thing that you notice, which is a little bit off-putting, there's no sound. There's no flies buzzing. It is literally deathly quiet. So much so that as you walk and your feet splash or the mud makes that noise as you squelch through it, you almost like slow up and try to walk slower in order not to disturb or to break the
quiet.
silence.
Nice.
It seems to be a completely weird place. You notice that the buildings have got their roofs on, but all the way up the side, it's as if ivy has grown up and covered them, but it's not, it's this mildew. And you can see that it seems to go up the side of the buildings and onto the roof. And even you can see here on this one, there's like a chimney. And you notice that the mildew has actually gone up and down. You can see it growing over the edge of the chimney. Anything that you see, I'm going to ping some things. Can you see these hay bales here?
Yes.
They look like they're still hay bales, but covered in mildew. And you can probably, although it's very quiet, you definitely get that sense, that smell of rot and decay. Yeah. This is definitely you think this is, well, you assume this must be the farm where everything has started. This definitely seems the place. And like they say, with the tendrils of the mildew coming to that well.
Look at the well. Bartleby.
I have not liked a
Eric.
single thing since we came to this one, and it's not getting any better.
I'd like to take 5 minutes to go into a trance and look around.
Yeah, roll your trance.
Well, I have to say, there's only one of us that is small enough to investigate a well.
Well, it takes me half the
Silas.
Yeah, so you see no spirits around this place at all. And remember, you don't, say, for example, if you look at Bartleby, you don't see his spirit
Right.
at this point. So there could be things living here, but there's no roaming free spirits, which is actually, Tarek, the first time you've seen this. All the other times, there's been the peat bog spirits. There's been that area that was, you see distraught souls in, but this area is completely and utterly devoid of it. Even the spirit world feels strange.
Well, there's no spirits here, which might be comforting to you, but for me, it's rather unsettling.
Just
Well,
another layer of weird.
We came here for a reason. We told those villagers that we had the solution. I think it's time we finally pull the ripcord off of
The Band-Aid.
Vitamin Cyrus here and let him deal with this. With like you have fire. Fire destroys mildew. Yes.
I'm willing to kind of try stuff out. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Yeah, you like fire, right? Let's get it going.
I do.
I'm concerned that the rules in this place seem to be different to everywhere else. I mean, if this is the center of things, you'd expect this to be the worst place, but instead it's better preserved than anywhere else we've seen. It's less swampy, it's less degenerate.
Well, if there's living things, there could be something living here. I don't see any spirits, which means that spirit could be inside of a living thing. And if the hay bales and everything else, maybe it's preserving the life of something that's still here.
Yeah, maybe.
There's someone here.
Hasra, roll your survival check. Hasra hasn't.
Suspense.
He hasn't fallen
Falling
to
asleep again.
Has he fallen asleep again?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to get to a certain point.
Oh, he's moving.
No, that's the camera auto adjusting.
Oh, it is? Okay.
We've been through this before.
We've been through this before, so let me.
Does he
It's
have
been a while, yeah.
narcolepsy?
Bless him.
But at least this time, it pretty towards the end of it.
Yeah.
So it's good timing.
Let me just roll. Okay. Haswell with
Yay,
his survival skills comes to the idea that possibly if I think if I stop his video, will it kick him out of the meeting?
I don't know.
Right, it moved everybody round, but we can live with that until we get to the point. And so Hasra with his survival skills, when you were talking about fire, sort of like suggests it's a bit like a plant. And if the mildew's like a plant, then possibly dropping something or firing something down the well might hit the cause of
Burn
it.
out its root system, so to
Yes,
speak.
like a dandelion.
Let's go do that. I think that's our best plan of action. Let's you and me, Cyrus, let's you burn it and I'll make sure that you don't burn yourself.
I feel like it
bad.
can't be that easy.
Well, I'm gonna combine two spell no, three. Can I combine folk magic spells into my spells?
You can
No.
only combine sorcery spells.
All right. A question. If I ignited my blade, could I use that fire? Can I make a spell off that?
You can't animate it, no.
Okay, just making sure. I'll just try to.
Do you need me to make some fire for you?
Yes.
You
And I will
could
go
use
from
your
there.
burning glaive to set fire to the haystacks and then animate that.
Merrick and Tarek, you
Yeah.
are quite away from the
Yeah,
party.
that wasn't a deliberate thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna use the spell ignite on the haystacks behind me.
Yeah, so you're going to ignite them to get them burning. Okay.
Yeah.
So is that just a folk magic spell?
Yeah.
And I think that needs touch, does it not?
It is ranged.
Oh, it is ranged.
It's ranged. Yeah. Otherwise, that'd be difficult.
Range
the holy
always
touch
gonna burn
fire
yourself.
spell is a little awkward.
Yeah.
Like,
It leaves a handprint sized amount of flame
nice.
on the target.
all right,
Excellent.
let me find.
And Merrick and
my-
Tarek, you're staying where you are at the moment, yeah?
It just
I'm
doesn't
guarding
feel
the
right.
rear, bravely.
Okay then. So yeah, you cast the spell and the hay bale sort of go, and as the fire manifests itself, Tarek and Merrick, you hear something from inside the house to your left. And as you look round, you see red eyes suddenly appearing in the darkness. You can see it through the gaps, and you can see these little eyes just go. Would you like to do anything?
Well, for starters, I would like to call out, we've got company.
Yeah, that's a free action, so you can do.
Yeah. And then I would like to take a moment, I think, because it never comes off, so I want to try early to put blade sharp on my damn sword.
Nice.
And for the first
That's-
time ever, it works.
Yeah, and it doesn't take any
Magic
points. Okay, Tarek, is there anything you would like to do?
Oh boy. I'd like to cast Witch Sight to see if there's anything magical going on
Yeah,
over by the cabin.
go for it.
All right.
Yeah, there seems to be no magic here at all, but Hazra, Bartleby, and Cyrus, you also start to notice things. They seem to be coming from in the houses, from the bushes. Sometimes it looks like even from within the mildew. Let me know when you can see these. Can you see anything over here now?
Yeah, I see these.
You got those?
Yep, that's a lot.
Yeah, isn't it though?
You've got
Oh, that's a
Oh
lot.
my god.
Yep, that's a. Ooh, that's. Yeah.
Oh, hey, we fought these when we were in the Supers game. Back when I had 6 luck points per session.
Are they incoming or just standing there, or flight or
Hang on a
floating
minute.
there or whatever?
Let me get them all on screen first.
Oh, great. Yeah, of course. Sure. Yeah. Oh, goddamn. All right.
Huh. I wonder if my
Oh,
my
boy.
miracle mass overextend would work here.
I think that's them all. They seem to be very small imp-like creatures, and as you sort of like scan around these out here, by the way, these are actually in this house, if that makes sense.
Mm.
They're not actually outside with you yet.
Mm.
I think some of these have got constant. I can't delete some of them at the moment. So, there goes one. You see them; these red eyes appear from like nowhere, and they blink into existence. And you see their little leathery wings unfurl as they sort of like all sort of like zone in on you and near the well, and with what appears to be like a hideous cackle of delight. They slowly lift themselves off the ground with a beating of their wings. And yes, Cyrus, they are definitely coming to attack. And we will leave it there for this
Oh boy.
for this week. Now, please remember that next week there is no session. So I will do the combat just by myself.
And we'll start new in 2 weeks.
This massive creature is in Will's way of saying he wants to end the campaign.
Yeah, I don't like your characters. I think your characters have got far too powerful. And yeah, we will see what will happen next time. Right. I'm not going to ask Medivac if he's got anything. Mr. Pickles, is there anything you would like to say?
Yep, still got a podcast. We're trying to record more episodes. The one that's coming up soonest is Stay Alive, but then after that, we're doing all of the Willy Wonka nonsense, all of them, every last one. It's
Willy Wonka.
Yep, the 1971 with Gene Wilder, the 2005 with the Johnny Depp, and then the new
Nice.
Wonka movie. We're doing our Wonkaverse episode, and I've already gone kind of insane. I don't know what Willy Wonka even means anymore, and we're going to be recording that one soon. So hopefully we'll get more episodes coming out more quickly.
Fantastic.
And I took that personally.
The new one I was completely ignoring until I found out who did the music for it, and now I kind of want to see it.
Who did the music?
It was done by Neil Hannon of the Divine Comedy. I'm a big Divine Comedy fan. I've got the box set of his entire anthology of everything he's ever released. And he is just a really, really good singer-songwriter. And it's not the first time he's turned his hand to musical. He did a musical for Swallows and Amazons as well. But he did all the music for this new film.
I love Swallows and Amazons.
So now I just want to hear the music, even if I don't want to watch the rest of the film.
I'll have to keep that in mind when I finally watch that one.
I am sending direct messages to Medivac, so they come up on your screen, you'd know. I'm just hoping that there might beep at his end. And so he suddenly thinks, oh, yeah, and wakes up. Fish and Tex, is there anything you would like to say?
Well, I've got a week off work, so I'm hoping to get some streams in this week. I don't have a schedule planned for it, but I want to do some stuff this week. So if anybody's interested in popping over to my channel on Twitch at Fish Not Fish, spelt the second fish spelt GHOTI, then hopefully I will be streaming some not actual play, but tabletop role-playing content, probably campaign prep of some kind over the course of the week.
Nice. Sounds good. And Tex, is there anything you would like to say?
I don't have anything to report.
Let's hear it, Captain.
Nothing crazy. I'm gonna appear. I'm gonna appear this week. Actually, Mr. Pickles doesn't know. I'm actually on his podcast this week. He's not. Unfortunately we weren't able to record in the same room, so I record my responses separately, and so I'll be releasing that edit sometime in the future. It's going to be called I took that personally, Super VIP special guest edition featuring Captain Kangaroo and whoever. So expect that, or don't. I don't know. We're I think we're going to put it on this week on
Spotify,
YouTube Red. That's still a thing, right? YouTube Red, is that I don't know if they still do that anymore.
And I'm not searching for that. I refuse to altogether.
I'll send you a virus-filled link.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, but that'll be all for now. Yeah.
Well, Medivac is not here, so he cannot say anything. But don't worry, we're used to it. It's happened before, and he's fine. He just has a little sleep, then he'll wake up. I'll be back on tomorrow at about 10 or 11 o'clock. Once I've been down and I've taken my mum for a walk. Then I'll come back, be playing some more ESO. We have no session next week because it's Fish Not Fish's birthday. Happy birthday for next week.
Yeah. I was born at entirely the wrong time of year. It's interrupted a huge fight.
Yeah, exactly.
I should have been born somewhere differently.
How dare you? So we'll be back the week after that, and to see whether or not our 6 brave heroes, 5, sorry, and a spirit are actually. I know what you're doing, Captain. Then we'll see whether or not they can win this fight as Captain sinks into his bog. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed tonight. We have certainly enjoyed bringing it to you, so stay safe, and it's goodbye from me. Goodbye, and it's goodbye from them.
Watch this. Bye.
Yeah.